I want you guys to see what this pig did.
Stop the car!
You shoot a gun like this. What is this? Oh, I forgot. He's in a gang. Look how he holds the gun like a gang member.
Car, obey.
He's shooting at that human being because they won't stop a car. Are they fleeing from a murder they just did? I didn't count the shots. 10, 15 shots.
Obey.
I counted 13.
I copy 10-3, officer ran over.
Did you hear what the radio was saying before he shot through the windshield 10 times?
Car! Around, get your car, obey.
That's what the orders were.
Stop the car!
You shoot a gun like this. What is this? Oh, I forgot. He's in a gang. Look how he holds the gun like a gang member.
Car, obey.
He's shooting at that human being because they won't stop a car. Are they fleeing from a murder they just did? I didn't count the shots. 10, 15 shots.
Obey.
Give me your hands, motherfucker. Hey, Mike, give me your hands, bro.
Watch out, watch out!
Mom!
Give me your hands, bro.
Watch out.
This is where we're gonna see the actual murder and the metal rod that the guy pulled out.
I'm gonna baton the fuck out you. Give us your hands. Give us your hands. Give us your hands. Same location. Give me your hands. Watch out. Spray ass again.
Tyree Nichols was beaten to death by 4 cops because he was dating the ex-wife or ex-girlfriends of one of the coppers. Cops are liars and murderers. Where was the good cop on the scene here?
Yeah, myself, man. Drop
the knife now! Drop the knife!
Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Here, y'all ready?
We're good. I got you, cuff. I got you. I got you.
What they are doing is they're kicking us in the streets. They're shooting us in the streets, electrocuting us, beating us with sticks, fists, jumping on top of us, and gang beating us. 3, 4 cops, 5 cops, and a tail hold you down as another cop is throwing uppercuts into your face. Earning the hate. Put it in the chat. Earning the hate. This video is brutal. This video is absolutely brutal.
I'm a what? Fucking playing with you. Calm your ass down.
That means the police officer has lost his composure. It's not about law and order. It's not about protecting and serving. We're past that now because I'm mad and I've lost my composure.
Do it.
I can't look at you as a human being. I need to look at you as a subject.
This cop is an absolute demon.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Bring your ass over here! Show me your hands! Show me your... Shots fired! Hey, so I got one down. Shots fired. Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Who are you? You're on the ground. Do you live here? Do you live here?
No.
Why are you in here?
That's my cousin house.
Who is he?
That's my brother.
You agreed to a set of policies, procedures, and protocols that are brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. You are a jackboot thug pig piece of is what you are, dude.
Yeah, shots fired. Stop me. Stop me. So road EMS, I got one down. I got another one laying on the ground. Stop me. Yo!
There'll be no more of this when I'm governor. I will abolish the term law enforcement. You are a peace officer. You will not wear black. You will wear white and yellow. You will not touch anybody unless they touch you first. You will not shoot at anybody unless they shoot at you first. I'm going to change this system.
After all that, to be attacked, to not be able to fight back.
Someone supervise your head, tyrant.
It started as a verbal dispute outside a Worcester Baptist church and within minutes escalated as Reverend Joseph Rizzuti Sr. was chased into the church by police. Their body cam video showing the chaotic frenzy.
3 years, nobody knew what happened. Now the video redoes it all.
The sounds of the Reverend being tased, a civil suit claiming 3 times and allegedly longer than regulations allow.
I need an ambulance.
He says he never resisted arrest but was defending himself, his son, and pregnant daughter-in-law. They were acquitted of charges, including assault and battery on a police officer and resisting arrest.
It didn't bring much relief as your reputation gets damaged and the pain that my family went through.
You leave your loved one in the hands of these demons, they will kill them. You have to be able to push the cops back. I'm not saying the Fifth Amendment cop card's going to always push the cops back, but if you follow a rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols, the chances of you getting out of there are a lot better.
You are not placing me under arrest. You have no right to ask for anything.
Come here. Alright, taser.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
He is under arrest. He's under arrest.
For what?
For trespassing and for disorderly conduct.
Stop the cab.
Public property. Not public side.
And he refused to give me his ID, which he's required to do.
For what?
So I could issue him a citation for trespassing.
Huh? Don't say shit, bitch. I don't want to hear anything you gotta say. You corporate cocksucking motherfucker. You. I got First Amendment rights. You fucking teabagging motherfucker. MP wants your bean plays back. You ain't shit, you white trash motherfucker. First Amendment drive-by. Every day for the rest of my life, I'm gonna cuss you fucking this out, motherfucker. Yeah, put down the corporate cum. You teabagging fucking cops. Who's your fucking daddy? Fucking corporate cum down your fucking throat, bitch. That's right, motherfucker. Yeah. You ain't shit, motherfucker. You fucking sell out to your race, motherfucker. You motherfuckers wish you could beat a motherfucker down, don't you? Yeah, you can't make up. The camera doesn't lie. I'll tell you motherfuckers to f off anytime I want. Because I got the First Amendment right to say so. Yeah, smile, motherfucker. Yeah, you don't need a whitener because you got corporate cum all over your teeth. Yeah, teabagging motherfucker. I can tell you suck a lot of corporate cum, motherfucker. You.
Hey. No, you're not. Do not run away from me.
Do not grab me.
You may arrest you right here and right now? Hey, you're staying down here.
Please don't do this.
Don't you dare!
You cannot touch me. Just don't touch me.
Stay right down
I'm
here.
asking you. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm stronger than you.
And if you hurt me, you're gonna be charged with
I
that.
don't want to hurt you.
I cannot stand this. Watching pigtails be cops with their nails painted.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm asking you to do this now.
Do not tell me what to do.
I know. Can you wait till the...
No!
You're making a...
Back up!
Sean!
You don't
No!
my
Shots fired!
You don't hurt my mother. Fuck up.
Dirty Jack Boot Thug Pigs. Put it in the comment. JBTP. You attempted murder because you were scared. Cop punched a woman in the face and broke her jaw. He escalated it. Never told her she was legally detained.
Just stand still.
Don't tell me how to move. You're not God. We didn't see anybody.
So I need to speak to people separately when it's a domestic violence possible issue.
Okay, I'm going.
Stop. Stop. You are under arrest. Stop resisting.
Ow, you hurt.
Put your hand behind your back.
I had shoulder surgery. Will you stop?
Put your hand behind your back.
You wrong.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
You gotta listen. Busted my jaw.
He just attacked her and punched her in the face. And then I read online here that he got a written reprimand. In the real world, if I punched you in the face and busted your jaw, it'd be felonious assault. The policies, procedures, and protocols that are total inhumane and barbaric. And we're seeing on camera that the general public no longer trusts police more than 50%.
Deputy. Yeah, I just got a warning from Valley Center a couple of days ago, and I'm waiting on a payday to clear. I'm just trying to get the kids open in Splash Park, and we're just trying to cool off. And I got you. I'm waiting on payday to happen.
So a rational person would say, you just missed this by a week or two. I'm going to follow you down to the courthouse. You got to pay the fine right now.
So you're going to be under arrest, okay?
Are you joking?
No. You are under arrest. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Daddy, everything's going to be okay. I guess I'm going to jail.
You're under arrest. You have a traffic warrant through the city of Wichita, okay?
You don't need to go to a dungeon because you didn't pay a traffic ticket. This is just disgusting. You don't arrest a man in front of his children.
Is that your stepdad or is that your dad?
Do you have any idea how uncomfortable I am leaving my kids in the back of the car, just being taken downtown?
You're torture cuffing a man, taking him by force. You're stripping his children. How is this not absolute despotism? Cop kidnapped someone, violated her Fourth Amendment right. Cop needs to be sued. Cop needs to be fired.
Hey, turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Mom, please call. Mom, no!
Did you know that she called the cops on her neighbors who were playing the music loud? What happens when you call the state? Listen to this governor talk his bullshit.
All charges against Ms. Stallworth are being dropped. The arresting officer in this case has a clean record with our department, but he made a mistake in this case. He has been disciplined for failing in his duty to know the law. I offered to meet with Ms. Stallworth, but she declined.
You want to meet with her so she doesn't sue? Eat my shorts, you dirty governor piece of shit. You're a scumbag just like the pig.
Open the door. You get paid. Open the door now, you get paid.
Officer Player and his partner would be involved in this traffic stop, pulling this truck driver out of his vehicle. His partner threw him to the ground in the rain, as Player tased him repeatedly. Making matters worse, it all happened in centerline outside of the officer's jurisdiction. The man was charged with nothing.
Was Officer Player disciplined for this?
The legal department removed him from police services but allowed him to work fire department.
So the solution to this misconduct was to take a police officer and turn him into a full-time firefighter.
Correct.
You could fire all these pigs, bring in a fresh recruit of all new pigs. With these policies, procedures, and protocols, they'll continue to murder us in the streets.
Let me see your hands right now. Let me see it. Let me see your hands. It's your fucking hands. All right. You got it, coach. Hey, no. He's it.
All they're concerned about is flipping that man over and putting him in torture cuffs. You just shot him. The standard of care is none. As soon as your dead body's laying there, cuff you up so you can for sure bleed out.
He turned around and went like this.
No, he didn't.
He turned around and went like this.
I was shot in the abdomen, went into my stomach, and came up my left hip.
Davis says it took him a year and a half to get that video. MPD also never released the officer's name or announced his firing.
An officer discharged his weapon into my home. My children were behind me, as you see in the video.
If they had shot this man in an area where he could have quickly bled out, we'd be talking about a dead man instead of a guy who's now suing that jackboot thug pig.
Are you the only one in charge? Listen, I don't answer questions, and I'm gonna need y'all to get the fuck off my property. No, sir.
Call about this Jeep out here. It's running and there's nobody in it. And then we heard some yelling when we were knocking on the door. Is everything okay?
You invoke your Fifth Amendment right the moment the cop comes up and you shut down.
Hey, Christina, I still run this house. I'm gonna need you to get in the house. All right, that's not happening. We're getting detained. Hey, what the fuck you got going on? Hey, no. Hey, don't touch me. Stay back. Stay back. Are you for real? Step back now. Hey, come on. Get away. For real, bro? Yes. For real, bro? Like the fuck now. Get back. Man, stay back. Do that, back up now. Back up now. Help me, please. Don't let me die.
There'll be no more of this when I'm governor. I'll end all of this. We'll have a law and order society that's based on solving crimes when people's rights are violated. Why do you have to go to the dungeon? Because that's an entire industry that's funded by Geo Group and Civic Corps. The torture cuffs are a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Sergeant Combs, I'm going to ask you to stand up for me.
What's your reason?
This way to the door, please.
Can I get your name, badge number just one more time?
Sergeant Combs, ID 2158. Keep escorting him to the elevator.
I mean, look what a tyrant this guy is. Look how he's acting tough with me. You're not tough, dude.
Let's go.
You're not acting tough because you got a badge on, but the truth is, without that badge and gun, you would be afraid of me. Oh, you're disgusting. I'm walking, dude. What do you want me to sprint? No. I mean, look how tough this guy is. Take off the badge and gun. Let's see how tough you are, buddy. You're going to be listed in the federal civil rights lawsuit. You don't care because why? Because you have qualified immunity.
I don't.
So nothing will happen.
That's why.
Look at you. You're a piece of shit tyrant. I hope you burn in hell. You just go f*** yourself. I can say anything I want.
I'm just asking you.
Go f*** yourself and go f*** yourself and f*** you and f*** you and f*** you. I just want to let this guy know that he's an absolute bitch.
I don't give a damn what you are. You're not a sergeant. Shut your mouth. I invoke my First Amendment right. Okay. Now, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right, so don't ask me another question. I'm not your suspect. Take 3 steps back from me.
standing in a crime scene.
I'm walking down the street. I can walk anywhere I want. There's not crime scene right here. The crime tape would be over here then, wouldn't it? Dunce cap.
Sure.
I get you didn't graduate from high school, did you?
Crime scene tape right there, okay?
I'm outside the crime tape. I followed the officer's directive when he told me go beyond the brick wall and cut through the parking lot. That's exactly what I did.
What is it like to be so stupid?
There's
I wonder what that's like.
tape right there.
What's it like to be a moron? What's it like to not know our rights? Don't put your hands on me.
You've already walked across the crime scene.
Are you gonna run over and grab me? I'm walking down the street, gentlemen. I have a right to film this. You understand that?
I'm asking you to film over
If you touch me,
there.
I will sue you.
You're more than welcome.
I'm a constitutional law scholar, you dunce cap.
She wants to dominate men. That's why she signed up to be a pig.
You gonna arrest me for right on the sidewalk?
Okay. Hey, let her. Hey, it's good. I got it.
Deal with me, or I'll put you in the dungeon because I'm a woman and I want to be in charge of a man.
I got it.
You better get off me.
Hey.
Chill out. Why is he touching me?
Hey, I got it on film, bro. It's all good.
Don't touch me. Bro.
Hey.
Get off me.
Give me your ID now.
You can't do what I can do physically, then you shouldn't tell me what to do physically.
Put your hands behind your back.
Bruh.
Put your hands behind your back.
I have nothing but respect and admiration for women. When you put them into a militaristic system where they are physically in charge of men, it is absolutely horrible.
All right, both of y'all are just going to be detained at this time, okay? I can undetain you, I just can't unarrest you. What the hell? Get fingerprints on that bottle. Yeah. God, do not do drugs.
This guy and this girl, they had both been clean for over 10 years, both of them. And they had relied on one another week in, day out, where they leaned on each other to fight the addiction urges that they had. Neither one of them broke. And so when Zach Wester planted drugs in the car, they both looked at each other with tearful eyes and said, have you been lying to me? Have you been using? He causes fault in their relationship because they've been looking at each other, holding each other, loving each other, smoking cigarettes, chain smoking to try to get through this addiction to methamphetamines. And they had both been clean for over a decade. So when Zach Wester planted drugs in these people's car, he rocked the foundation of trust they had in one another.
How can y'all do this? Hands are on my face! Please let go! Help me!
She was driving the wrong way in a circle drive at her son's school.
And for no reason, thrown on the ground right into a bed of fire ants.
Hands are on my face!
They put handcuffs on her so she can't even brush them off her face.
Rogers says she was bitten over and over on her face, scalp, neck, chest, back, and arms by fire ants.
They kill animals, and even sometimes they can kill people with enough bites. And I was counting these bites, and I stopped at 300.
She says she was on school grounds dropping off her 9-year-old son, who was in the car and saw the whole thing.
They take their entire body weight, pile drive your face into the ground. Concrete, grass, dirt, doesn't matter. Garbage, piss, shit, and he's pushing your head into the ground, your face, your bones, your jaw. Your life matters. Your face matters. And look what this pig is doing. Guy says, arrest me, I dare you, and gets arrested.
I dare you. Arrest. I'm right here.
So why'd they spray mace in his face? He was no threat. He said, arrest me, I'm right here. That wasn't a threat of fighting you. Oh my God. Oh my God. How about this for a law? The moment that you get secured, your face has got to be rinsed off. Fair enough? You want to mace people? Okay, fine. Then if you want to mace people, then you have to clean their face off.
I thought my child was going to die in that moment. My husband called me and said that Rylan had been shot and that he was in an ambulance.
You can see a 15-year-old kid cleaning up. He's an intern at the music school, which is about to close for the day. What happens next comes out of nowhere. An armed suspect fleeing police runs into the school. A police officer is right behind him and opens fire. But his aim is off. Rylan is shot. When the smoke cleared, police would realize they killed the suspect, but also shot Rylan.
Going into the school, following the criminal who I had seen run past my son, and just start shooting.
That's where the bullet went in. This right here is where the bullet came out.
18 operations later, Rylan had to learn to play guitar a whole new way. His family's lawsuit against the Des Plaines Police Department claimed reckless and excessive behavior.
A cop is not a human. It's an evil jackboot thug pig. I just want you to understand the divide that is between the police and the citizens in this country.
A former West Fork police officer accused of tasing a man during a traffic stop.
Cordero physically removed Hannah from the car and used a stun gun on him multiple times.
The affidavit also says Hannah told the former officer that he had a heart condition. Authorities say the last thing he said to Cordero was that he was dying. When a backup officer arrived, court records show Hannah was found unresponsive and lying face down in a ditch with Cordero's knee in his back. If convicted of the misdemeanor charge, Cordero could face up to a year in jail and a $1,000 fine.
What the are we talking about here? He told the guy, I got a heart condition. He tased him in the chest. He murdered him. He's facing a year in jail for murdering somebody? Someone can kill your family member. And if they're wearing a badge, it's just negligent homicide. What happened to your brother? Got killed by that pig. That pig did 6 months in jail for that. Don't allow these pigs to run roughshod over you. Don't just think that they're going to have a standard of care for you. You can't. These pigs will murder you. These are murderous pigs.
Teenage girl is out of the hospital tonight. She was unjustly injured by a San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy last week. You can see the deputy grab 16-year-old Faith Jeffers from behind, slamming her to the ground.
We're sick and tired of you pigs.
They deployed pepper balls to disperse the crowd. The department says the deputy only slammed the teen after she grabbed a pepper ball launcher.
I don't know where the officers
officers come in saying that she grabbed the pepper spray, because in the video you can clearly see that she never grabbed the pepper gun or whatever they're saying that she grabbed. The way he tossed her with the force that he tossed her was unacceptable.
Her child fractured her shoulder, also suffered back and head trauma.
Nobody who runs any company that's worth their salt would hire him. And so he went to the lowest common denominator. If I just have to follow orders and hurt people, I'm willing to do that. Give me 10 grand a month. And that's most pigs in America.
Get in the car. All right, I'm getting in. Get your feet in. You want to play games? You play with the wrong mother. You ever get disrespectful with my officers, I will remove your soul from your body. Do what you gotta do. No. Touch me again. Sir. Get the off.
Sir. Let it be.
Okay, I don't understand that. We clear?
Yes, sir.
And I'll see you in about 5 minutes.
That's your family member who's a pig. You just don't see it. If you FOIA'd all of your uncles or your dads or your best friends' body camera footage and you watched the way that person was, you would likely disown them. Pigs are pigs. You've got to follow an exact script when you deal with cops. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a Fifth Amendment cop card in your wallet, if you have a trifold in your visor.
New York State Trooper of the Year shot and killed an unarmed man along Interstate 90.
Get the out! Get out! Get out!
Huber appears to reach for something in the center console of his vehicle. Nigro opens fire.
Why do you think I say everything goes up in the visor? If you don't do what they tell you to do when you get pulled over, they will blow your mother brains out.
Get out! Nope. Get
The vehicle then takes off and crashes on its side near a parking ramp.
Washington and Eagle, shots fired.
Organizations like Law and Crime right here will skip that part. It's just gone. Where he pulls the trigger and blows his head off, it's completely gone.
Nigro approached the crashed vehicle, swearing at Huber.
Oh, you dummy.
Huber was pronounced dead on the scene. He was unarmed at the time of his death. Judge later ruled he be released on his own recognizance.
Trooper cleared in killing unarmed man he shot for speeding. The guy hadn't murdered anybody, and he ran up and shot him in the back of the head.
You got some ID on? Why would you need ID? Because I want to see who you are. That's not how the law works, sir. It does. No, and this is not a stop and ID state. Well, I want to know who you are. But sir, that's not the law. That's a personal. Who are you? Well, why?
And
I don't.
You ain't gonna tell me who you are?
And I don't consent to any searches and seizures either. I haven't committed a crime.
The only time the yellow and black card comes out of your wallet is when there's a pig standing in front of you. Now, there's 2 different cards, the driver and the non-driver. The driver card is for when you're driving a vehicle. So he's driver in the upper right-hand corner. And then the non-driver is the card when you're not driving a car that you pull out. Especially for number 4, when the cop demands ID and you're not driving a car, that right there is when you want to make sure. I plead the 5th Amendment, Hibble versus Nevada, with reasonable articulable suspicion. I'm going to state how I ID.
You got some ID on? Why would you need ID? Because I want to see who you are. That's not how the law works, sir. It does. No, and this is not a stop and ID state. Well, I want to know who you are. But sir, that's not the law. That's a personal. Who are you? Well, why?
And
I
you
don't.
ain't gonna tell me who you
and
are?
I don't consent to any searches and seizures either. I haven't committed a crime.
The only time the yellow and black card comes out of your wallet is when there's a pig standing in front of you. Now, there's 2 different cards, the driver and the non-driver. The driver card is for when you're driving a vehicle. So he's driver in the upper right-hand corner. And then the non-driver is the card when you're not driving a car that you pull out. Especially for number 4, when the cop demands ID and you're not driving a car, that right there is when you want to make sure. I plead the 5th Amendment, Hibble versus Nevada, with reasonable articulable suspicion. I'm going to state how I ID.
It involved a taser, it involved excessive force.
Public safety officer Damian Player is called to the Burger King along Woodward Avenue. The man, who police would later suspect was homeless, ignored the officer's commands. Officer Player does what department policy says he shouldn't. He pulls out his taser. Player gets out of his vehicle and begins following the man, calling the man a homophobic slur.
Go about your business, sissy.
With the man's back facing the officer, Player deploys his taser again, then takes the man to the ground.
Stay down.
As Player takes the man down, he strikes his head hard on a concrete building, then lays motionless on the wet pavement.
Disrespect these pigs openly. Walk by them and say, you're the enemy of liberty. You're the enemy of freedom. You're the enemy of the people. So that nobody will sign up to these policies, procedures, and protocols. If you sign up to be a pig, your grandchildren will deny that you were a member of their family after you're dead.
Hayden Graham was stopped for a traffic violation. What came next should have never happened.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
They didn't take the time and handle the situation appropriately. They went straight to force.
Castle Rock police arrested his client for driving without a license and for an expired registration.
What was so dangerous about this situation was someone they knew was physically disabled.
Graham has cerebral palsy. Police took him to the ground, and then one officer deployed a taser.
Someone they knew struggled to walk, struggled to use his arms.
2 of the officers were aware of Graham's challenges with moving and talking because they had met him before.
Before I was tased, I would commonly have maybe 1 to 3 seizures a month. I was having like 4 or 5 a week.
We did reach out to the town of Castle Rock and the police department, and they tell us they don't comment on pending litigation.
So there's no punishment. All the pigs are on leave with pay, just like they're working. So all they have to do is make a mistake. There's no criminal codes or statutes for wrongfully arresting someone. When I'm governor, I will change that. If you wrongfully arrest someone, you'll be charged with a criminal code. Police brutality 101.
Look at this. They just keep coming.
Get inside! Get in your house now! Let's go! Light him up! Go inside now! Get in the house!
You guys are scum. You're the darkness, you're the terror, you're the tyranny, you're the enemy of transparency. You are a violent jackboot thug pig. You have agreed to do policies, procedures, and protocols that are brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. You are the darkness, you pig. You disgusting maggot. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. The pigs have created a very rigid set of policy, procedure, and protocol to arrest you.
Oh, really? What's up, man? See your driver's license.
What did I do? I wasn't speeding. I was following my mother.
I'm not going to ask you again, or I'm going to put my hands on you. Let me see your driver's license. May I see your driver's license, please? Any reason you're videoing me there?
I invoke my 5th Amendment right to remain silent. You never answer a pig's question. Your trifold is rubber banded up in your visor. You have your license, registration, and proof of ID neatly slipped inside of that trifold. When the pig comes up, you give him your license, registration, proof of insurance. You don't even look at that pig. No matter what he says from there, you say, I invoke my 5th Amendment right to remain silent, or read it exactly as is. Just point. You don't even got to tell him. That's how you do it.
In the year 2002, I was no-knock raided by the Chief of Police, Michael Moore, of LAPD with an entire SWAT team, twice in the same month. Since that date, I began studying the history of America and constitutional law. I am an autodidactic constitutional law scholar. Over the past couple years, what I've done is I've been able to devise a system, understanding that the police have created a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols that they use to arrest you. I've also created a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols for you to follow that gives you back the power when you're forced to interact with these jackboot thug pigs. It has become a tyrannical jackboot thug pig. Police state, prison state, death state. I will win the governorship, and I will change the policies from the top down.
When I was in jail the other night, none of the guards would look me in the eyes. I was there for 12 hours, and when the guards walked by, I just looked at them, see if they would look at me and see that I don't belong in here and that I'm being treated unfairly. When they served the food through the little slot on the door, because as you know, I'm a hardened criminal now that I've been arrested, they didn't open the door to serve me the food. They opened the door and slipped it through a slot. So I walked up and I said, hey, what's in the bag for food? And I looked right at them. He wouldn't look me in the eyes. He wants to treat me like a subject. Like I don't matter.
It's disgusting how he was treated.
A disturbing video that's become the focal point of an internal investigation. 2 Lakeland police officers punching a 16-year-old boy multiple times before a taser is used against him.
They is literally punching my friend in his face.
Darielle Bowman was there and captured this video of the encounter on her cell phone.
And none of those kids touched those police officers before then. It was just a verbal argument between a grown man and a 16-year-old boy.
We was literally leaving, so it just happened all so quick. They were supposed to de-escalate the situation. They escalated way more.
Does this worry you?
One punch to the head worries me. Both officers, they don't go any other place but to the head. That's very troubling to me. That's their target. I don't know what's going on. Do they want to make him unconscious?
This is why I hate cops. Don't say he's trying to subdue him. Put a 1 in the chat if coming down with your body weight isn't trying to subdue someone, it's trying to knock him the fuck out. You're not subduing shit, dude.
I'm about to grab you. Step out of the car.
Don't you dare touch me.
Hey, stop.
And they just slammed her on the ground. What's her badge number?
Hey, get back.
Stop walking away then. Go up then.
Walk over there.
I'm not walking nowhere. I'm staying on the sidewalk like you just told me.
Hey, grab him.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying on this. No.
Get me out of here.
Hey, I just pulled this out of his ass, okay?
This just came out of his pants, okay? So step back.
Oh,
Step back.
I am over here, but you don't have to handle him like that. You do not. That's my
Back up or you'll get cuffed too.
If he wanted to shoot them, he could have when they were grabbing his girlfriend. He could have ran up and shot them both. He didn't. If she had simply invoked her Fifth Amendment right and he had started filming and followed the 6 steps on the non-driver cop card, they would be sitting in their car and none of this would have happened.
And why do you want to identify me?
You're in a no parking zone in front of a hydrant. So this can go one of two ways.
Yeah, it could. It
go one of
can.
two ways,
It can.
right?
Am I committing a crime?
You here picking someone up?
Am I committing a crime?
That's what you're gonna do?
No, I'm giving you the odds. Okay.
Their goal is to pull you over, arrest you, impound your car, take you to the dungeon, and steal your money. Now, upon interacting with a jackboot thug pig, you will immediately invoke your Fifth Amendment right as soon as you give him your license, registration, and proof of insurance. And that's going to be backed up by your camera.
You wanted me here to speak to me?
Aren't you serving me?
You wanted to talk to a supervisor. I'm here now, so talk to me.
Could you get him in line first, please?
We're past that.
What does we're past that now mean? You're about to be torture cuffed. You didn't give him your license, registration, and proof of insurance. The 2001 case of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista says that the police can arrest you for even a minor infraction of the law.
I'm a paramedic. Okay, he's got a hole right just above his right. Okay, we're going to put a chest seal, okay? Down for 10 minutes. Bring him down. Hey, open his airway, okay?
He has a gun. He has a gun in his hand pointing at people.
No, stop. Drop it. Go.
Put a 1 in the chat if you would never, ever get over the cops murdering your son. There would never be a day you didn't see a pig and think to yourself, that's one of the demons. That's why I'm going to be running for governor. And that's why I'll change the policies, procedures, and protocols of the pigs from the top down. You've got to follow an exact script when you deal with cops. Listen to what the state-run media reporter says.
Demetrius Hollins was pulled over outside of Atlanta. Video of Sergeant Michael Bongiovanni hitting Hollins. Already on the ground and handcuffed, another person records Officer Robert McDonald's stop on the 21-year-old's face.
Were they both charged with felonies for hitting a man whose both of his hands are up over his head? See, as governor, I will add in criminal codes for cops.
I am a law-abiding citizen whose rights were repeatedly violated.
Bongiovanni's lawyer saying this video is misleading. Rather than a punch, it shows a shoulder strike and is in line with police protocol to get Hollins to comply for a search for weapon.
When I'm governor, there'll be a statute that says police have to be charged in the same way you would charge a citizen with the same crime. One man elbow striking another man as he's giving up, and then you would charge that man with what? Felonious assault and battery. If you stomp on a guy's head on the street and it's caught on video, you'll be charged with attempted murder. Terry versus Ohio means cops can run up to you and grab you.
What are you doing, man?
Trying to get directions.
I told you where to go, right?
Yeah.
So why are you in here?
All right, sorry.
No.
This officer's completely out of line with how he's questioning this individual, from his accusatory tone to his flat-out refusal to believe that this guy is telling the truth about why he's in the restaurant, even after the workers also told the officer that he's just in here asking for directions.
Whoa.
The guy on the bike here was doing nothing illegal, respectfully tried to remove himself from the situation in a non-threatening and legal way.
I just was asking for directions, bro. What's wrong, man?
Hold tight.
You're choking me. Stop. You're choking me. Stop it. You're choking me, bro.
A cop can see you, run up to you, and say, I'm suspicious of you. Once they go to interact with you, they can now kill you. I was in fear for my life. Officer safety, the standard of Terry versus Ohio, plus my objective reasonableness, I believed that this guy was going to kill me.
That's Michael Scurlock being questioned after a minor bike crash.
Don't go anywhere yet. What do you mean don't go anywhere yet? Exactly what the fuck I mean. Don't go anywhere yet until we finish our investigation.
Investigation? There ain't.
Matter of fact, have a seat. Have a seat on the curb.
Matter of fact, I was out there laying.
Have a seat on the curb.
You're not listening to me.
Have a seat
That's
on the
what
curb.
you're supposed to do.
The sergeant's body camera captured him throwing the man to the ground, causing a brain bleed.
No, you're getting out.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
And instead of offering any kind of standard of care, these jackboot thug pigs are telling him that he has to be quiet.
Okay, hey, you're going to have to be quiet.
Understand, there is blood draining inside of his brain right now. Shortly after he leaves, he goes to the hospital, is in a coma for 9 months, and then he dies.
I don't want to deal with anything. I know anytime we get into it, whether I'm right or wrong, it gets very violent. There he is.
I ain't got no side, so whatever she want to do, let's do it. Let's see how far she want to take it.
We send in jackboot thug to try to solve their domestic. My idea is you send in a double-decker bus. One side is the female counselor, one side is the male counselor. Sit them down and have them talk to the counselor for 30 minutes. Why don't we do that? Because it's about money. If you arrest this guy, everybody who touches him is making money. If he goes to the jail, money. It's not about solving the problem. Locking him up, he's going to get out. She's going to go back to him. And we solve nothing. Nobody has their data. Nobody knows what's really going on. We just punish. And it's not working. How's domestic violence in America? Never been worse.
I just had to explain to my kids just yesterday that their father was murdered by the police. So this is already traumatizing my kids. So that's why I didn't want to get out of the vehicle. My son's already crying, thinking that something's going to happen just because I had to get out of the car.
So I usually don't get involved in stuff like that, but I'm going to tell you full crap.
Well,
go ahead and get the kids out of the car.
You want me to pull the article up for you? Very well documented. And it 100% says he didn't have a gun. He never pulled a gun. They said that they tased him. And then you heard the officer say, I think that's a gun. And instantly it says shots fired. And it was the cop shooting my husband.
I'm not going to have you obstructing it.
Okay, I'm not obstructing anything. You guys can get out of the car and come stand over here. Go, yeah, stand right there.
The cops got away with murder because they followed their rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols. You have the same mindset. You invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And that is followed up with your camera right there.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand, motherfucker. Hey, Mike, give me your hand, bro. Watch out. Mom! Give me your hand, bro. Watch out.
This is where we're going to see the actual murder and the metal rod that the guy pulled out.
I'm going to baton the fuck out you. Give us your hands. Give us your hands. Give us your hands. Same location. Give me your hands. Watch out. Spray eyes again.
Tyree Nichols was beaten to death by 4 cops because he was dating the ex-wife or ex-girlfriends of one of the coppers. Cops are liars and murderers. Where was the good cop on the scene here?
Good. Yeah, myself, man.
You shot my dog! Why? I was pulling her off all time! Oh, you idiot!
There was a dog attacking my dog and I had to shoot it. The neighbor's freaking out.
Off-duty CPD officer Carmen Mostek was walking her corgi east on 29th Street, just west of Normal Avenue. That's when her neighbor's dog, Aggie, escaped from the backyard. You can see Aggie's owner on the ground trying to separate the dogs. Mostek shoots Aggie at very close range while the dog was still in her owner's arms.
Just killed my dog! Oh my god, you idiot! Oh my gosh, you best shot me!
Moments after the shots were fired, the corgi and Officer Mostek are seen running away from the shooting scene. The dog's owner filed this lawsuit earlier this month against the city, CPD, and the officer in this case, saying Mostek never tried to help separate the dogs before firing.
You didn't see it quite how you saw it. Watch it again. That's what the cops are doing now. Don't believe your pesky eyes. If you don't follow a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols, you're going to the dungeon.
I'm leaving right now. I'm trying to leave. What do you think I'm doing? You just stop me.
Let me make this clear. I want to make it super clear.
So here, tell me what. Take that out of my. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. All right.
I'm gonna put that up in my face and try to assault me.
I wasn't trying to assault you, but
That's what it looked like to me.
I'm glad your camera's on. Power's gone way to your head.
Stand up.
Yep. The power's gone majorly to your head. You're gonna shove me in the face. You're holding my camera up.
Blocking my view and
blocking your view of what?
Torture cuffs are always torture. It doesn't matter who you are. When you put metal shackles on your wrists and you clamp them down and your wrists oscillate, you cannot avoid the torture. Why can't we get rid of the torture cuffs? Because the torture cuff company has a multi-billion-dollar contract with your state, your city, your borough, your district. Who could possibly end that? The governor. They're literally going to break his neck.
Roberto, what are you doing?
Oh, I fall asleep. You want to ride me too?
No, you're going to take the ride today.
Huh?
I've decided that you're going to actually go to jail today.
He was illegally arrested.
I do too.
They belly chained this man so he couldn't protect himself or move his hands and arms. And they took him for a ride. The officer deliberately stopped short, throwing Mr. Sanchez Mayan into the bulkhead where he fractured and broke his neck.
I've been put in the back of those torture mobiles, those Hannibal Lecter vans. That's why I so openly can't stand these pics.
They literally pulled him out by his ankles, where his head could be seen bopping on the door, then bopping on the bumper, then ultimately bopping on the pavement.
Sanchez Mayan is now paralyzed, lost both legs, and lives in a nursing home.
That is is his sentence now for simply sleeping in a public lot.
If you sign up to be a pig, I'm openly disrespecting you because you're worth disrespecting. You're the evil. You're the demon. You're the enemy of freedom. You're the enemy of liberty. You're the enemy of we the people.
NYPD police sergeant was indicted and arrested today on manslaughter charges after video shows him throwing a cooler at the head of a 30-year-old man, causing him to die.
The emotions from the community and family come exactly 5 months after Dupree was killed.
What human being in their right mind picks up a 40-pound cooler with both hands and slams it into a person's skull?
The 37-year-old police sergeant had dozens of officers in court supporting him as he was arraigned on manslaughter, criminally negligent homicide, and assault charges today.
Look at the gang that the government has formed against us. The only way to protect yourself against an organized gang is if you are organized, because our government has organized. All of them will back up each other to the death. They'll shoot you, they'll kill you, they'll murder you. You're allowed to form a militia. Form a militia on your block. It's constitutional. You're allowed to do it. We have to make sure that we protect our sovereignty, we protect our freedom.
Where were their gunshots?
No, you don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. I swear to God, you don't have nothing. Stop.
No one has a gun.
Put your hands behind your back.
I ain't going to jail. I didn't do shit. Y'all handcuffed me because I said nothing happened here. Buddy, I didn't do anything to be arrested for. Where am I?
Some short little midget pig who's got small man's complex grabbed him and attacked him. And then the other pigs joined in attacking him. I'm going to find this kid and I'm going to help him fund a lawsuit. A cop is not a human. It's a demon. It's an evil jackboot thug pig. I just want you to understand the divide that is between the police and the citizens in this country. I want you to understand it. I'm a game changer. When I talk to people, when I deal with people, they're affected by me. I want you to realize what you're a part of. That's all.
Daniel Barraza was left bloody and unconscious.
I think he's unconscious, so.
Here's how it began.
There was a fight or something. Want to have a seat? We'll talk about it.
I don't need a seat. What do you need?
The officer with the push is Rudy Monterez. He's been with Mesa PD for 7 years, and so far he's been internally investigated 7 times. And in 2018, he got a written reprimand. Surveillance video showed several officers knocking a man unconscious at an apartment complex. Now back to the quinceañera. No officers were disciplined. Mesa PD found all of their use of force was in policy.
I'm tired of this nonsense of these jackboot thugs getting a written reprimand. Police have to be charged in the same way you would charge a citizen with the same crime. One man elbow striking another man as he's giving up, and then you would charge that man with what? Felonious assault and battery. I openly hate cops. I'm not afraid to say it. I can't stand you pigs. You agreed to a set of policies, procedures, and protocols that are brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. A cop walked up to a man and pushed him in the face.
Let me get your badge number. Asshole. You want to get arrested? You're going to get arrested for assaulting a civilian.
Ganter drove away as Bercuglio placed a call to Rocky Hill Police.
And he has video that you have.
Then Ganter asks officers if he can charge Bercuglio.
And there's nothing writing pressed for breach of peace for him yelling at me, whatever it is.
Ultimately, Ganter, who is a school resource officer for the Thomas Edison Middle School, was charged with breach of peace.
I'm tired of this nonsense of these jackboot thugs being charged with wrongdoing or getting a written reprimand. If I walked up to somebody and I punched them in the face on the street, I would be charged with felonious assault. And then the guy didn't punch back. He just said, you're going to get arrested for that. Then they showed the body camera footage and he doesn't get arrested. If I did that, they would have me in torture cuffs in 2 seconds flat. The double standard has to end. She doesn't want the pigs to be pigs to her family, but she trains pigs to be pigs to your family and you.
Sorry, I'm the DA. I was going 55 coming home from work.
Did you not hear my lights or sirens or anything?
No, I didn't actually. I was on the phone.
You just admitted to me that you were going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
To leave me alone. Get out of my house.
She's the one who teaches these jackboot thug pigs to do what jackboot thug pigs do. And she's saying to the pig, hey, look, I understand the scam. I get it, but don't scam me. Don't scam my car.
You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over. Can you please step over here?
I'm not going to.
What is the reason you're so against what I'm doing? I'm doing my job.
I am the DA of Monroe County.
But that doesn't give you a right to go 55 and a 35. I understand that, ma'am. I understand that.
If you give me a traffic ticket, that's fine. I'm the one who prosecutes it.
Just so you know, she resigns. The resignation is a way for the gang to protect her. She may get another job in another district, make even more money, even get a promotion.
I watch it over and over again because I thought my eyes was tricking me.
Michelle Simpson described surveillance video that was recorded inside Hopewell's Harry James Elementary School shows her 8-year-old son being assaulted. Former Hopewell police officer and former candidate for sheriff went before a judge. Were you admitting that the evidence showed that you were guilty?
No.
What still blows me is how Newman just did that and is getting away with it.
I had a teacher who beat me 80-something times when I was in the 2nd or 3rd grade. He beat me with a paddleboard. You know, I never got to tell Mr. Tullis, you're a piece of shit, dude. When you beat children, it makes them worse. So I just can't stand child abuse. And it looks like the cop is the kid.
A former Johnstown police officer and current murder convict, Craig Nepper, is reportedly going to be out on parole. This according to family of the victim, Susan Burkhart Fyock. Nepper pled guilty on Christmas Eve 2002 to avoid a life sentence. It happened in June of that year when police say Nepper got into an argument with Fyock. They say he ended up shooting Fyock once in the leg and once in the head, killing her, all while her then 4-year-old child was watching. The child was then kidnapped. Fyock's relatives say they feel justice has not yet been served.
My sister doesn't come back from the grave in 20 years. Why should he get out? Why should he be paroled? He was a police officer.
If you're a pig, you can literally murder your girlfriend in front of her kid, kidnap the kid. Kidnapping alone is 20 years. Just kidnapping someone, you get 20 years in prison. Then you plead guilty to avoid the death sentence or life in prison, and then you get 20 years and you get out and you don't notify the family before you let them out.
Gets my chivalry up, and what do I want to do? Defend the woman.
A man has a female Fontana police officer in a headlock as they wrestle over a gun. It all began moments earlier when Fontana police stopped a vehicle for a traffic violation. The interaction starts with some friendly banter. The officer asks the driver to step out of the car. Getting out of the car is 56-year-old Alan Metka of Fontana.
Nothing illegal on you? No weapons or anything?
No. The officer goes to his cruiser to run the driver's license as his female partner stands on the roadside with Metka.
Come up here on the sidewalk for me. I'm just gonna make sure you got no guns, weapons. Right there. Put your hands on for me. What's this right here?
My gun.
He's got a gun!
Let it go! Let it go!
The officer running to help his female colleague shot Metka one time in the jaw.
So when you put a pigtail on the scene around men and you hear, "Wah!" every man goes, "Oh, protect the woman!" And then you got beta male chumpzilla pigs. They pull their gun out and they want to shoot, 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 shoot. This is ridiculous.
Officer Samuel Waters approached and grabbed this man unprovoked before slamming his head multiple times into the plexiglass case at the cash register, before continuing the beating off camera. My face, bro. You just smashed my face into the glass for nothing. You didn't even read my rights or nothing. You didn't tell me what was going on. You just straight started assaulting me, dude. Look at my face. Stop. Look at my face, man. You're going down, dude. You just assaulted me for no reason. Okay.
The pigs do this all the time because there's no third-party agency to look over the pigs that goes after them. I will change that as governor. There will be a third-party prosecutor's office that all they do is prosecute pigs.
And if you think the officer's acting out of line so far... Well, so maybe next time I say put your hands in the... Oh, yo, listen! Instead of being a... the air. This assaulted me. It's all on camera in there, dude. Let's go. Why are you trying to twist and break my wrist? He's angry, got his head slammed into a wall. That is what it is.
I will have a legislator write a bill that inserts police codes of conduct, PB 101, police brutality 101, PB 102, police brutality 102.
McCoy shot and killed his pregnant girlfriend in early 2022. McCoy is charged with 3 counts of capital murder, 1 charge for allegedly causing the death of someone inside of a vehicle, another charge of causing the death of 2 or more people in a single act.
The man was engaged to one woman, but had a pregnant girlfriend out of state. David McCoy was supposed to go before a jury in April. Now that won't happen until 2025.
Explain to me why his trial has to be delayed until 2025 unless it's for emotions to calm down.
McCoy has a new defense attorney.
She asked for a continuance for the defense. We're pushing the date back just to have time on a case like this. There's so much evidence that has to be gone through, and we want to get it right the first time.
It's a tactic to try to protect the pig who murdered his girlfriend and a 7-month-old fetus. You need a year to prepare for trial?
A man was shot and killed
by KCPD, a shooting that was ruled justified after surveillance video showed him nearly hitting an officer with his vehicle. Hours later, police said a witness to that fatal shooting fell to the ground as he was resisting arrest.
He placed himself behind Mac's back as if he was going to put handcuffs on him. From the time he got over there and he got behind his back, he picked him up and just body slammed him. There was no conversation or anything.
And his face was split open pretty well. Blood was gushing out. Had to get, I believe, 11 stitches, some on the exterior of his face and then some on the inside to close up the wounds.
They said both that officer and the officer who wrote that police report are both still on active duty. They're both still on patrol.
When a cop does that on my watch, you're fired and brought up on charges. When I become governor, I will have a legislator write the bill that says if you violate someone's rights on camera, that'll be PB 101, Police Brutality 101, Police Brutality 102, and each statute will carry a criminal code with it. You jackboot thug pigs are terrified of me, as you should be.
This is absolutely disgusting.
They were yelling at me, put your hands up, put your hands up. I could have died that night.
Completely in a room full of men.
And I'm just standing there, humiliated.
And the first thing police reach for is not clothing, it's handcuffs.
Land of the free, home of the brave. Land of the fee, home of the enslaved. Underneath the boot of these jackboot thug pigs.
If I had made one wrong move, I felt like they would have shot me. I truly believe that they would have shot me.
Even the sergeant in charge of the raid just stands there talking to her. She has nothing covering her.
I've been living here for 4 years and nobody lives here but me. I don't have to shout. This is ridiculous. Because I'm naked, you kicked my house in. And I keep telling you, you got the wrong face.
The stupidest, knuckle-dragging people only sign up to be pigs. You have to have no other skills, can't make money any other way. What you can do is you can follow orders and be willing to hurt people.
I have such disdain for you pigs.
When an Okaloosa County deputy pulled into this Florida apartment complex and connect with an unidentified woman about an alleged disturbance, she eventually took him to the Unit 1401, where she believes the fighting originated. Senior Airman Roger Fortson was alone FaceTiming with his girlfriend.
Sheriff's office, open the door.
Fortson opens up the door with a gun visible by his side but not raised. 6 shots are fired and the 23-year-old's life is over.
The Okaloosa Sheriff's Department has not owned up to the fact that they went to the wrong apartment.
Because Roger was the only person in his apartment. They said they was answering to a disturbance. Was he fighting himself?
The family's attorney says Fortson's gun was a legally registered firearm, and the Sheriff's Department this morning doubling down that they were in the right place.
Put a 1 in the chat if you hate these dirty pigs. You're the enemy of freedom, the enemy of liberty.
You're being charged with count 1, attempt murder, victim 60 years of age or older, a felony.
That's not attempted murder. It's assault for sure. It's 10 years in prison, but it's not attempted murder.
The force with which he leapt across that bench, the rage with which he fought.
The way he leapt does not equate to a hammer in the back of the head. That is attempted murder. No matter how much she bugs her eyes out and say, the rage at which he attacked her, the rage. Look at that, Karen.
Bethany Farber claims she was jailed for nearly 2 weeks because police believed she was someone else with the same name.
Even the booking photo of the other Bethany Farber, there's no relation. They look nothing alike.
Absolutely terrifying.
Bethany Farber was cast into a nightmare at LAX last April. As she was about to board a flight to Mexico, TSA agents cuffed her and took her into custody.
They arrested me for a statewide fugitive warrant.
She says she kept pleading with them to check her ID and information, but all they would tell her was that she was being arrested for a warrant out of Texas.
Immediately, all I could think was I've never been to Texas.
LAPD then took her to a nearby station and booked her. After hours of waiting in a cell, a guard informed her to grab a blanket that she'd be staying. For 13 long days, she was behind bars fearing for her life, as her family and friends worked tirelessly to prove to authorities that they had the wrong woman in custody. Once released, her mother informed her her grandmother had a stroke from the stress of her granddaughter being locked up. Her grandmother died a few days later.
Don't tell me what to do at all.
I'm just letting you know what security has advised us. Okay?
I am security for the whole country. Listen to me.
Did I say that?
Shh, just listen.
No, I'm telling you right
listen
now.
No,
we're not doing
that.
You know
what?
Hey, you better step back, dude. Step back.
I'm gonna f your ass up.
Okay, you better step back right now.
I said get the f out of here now.
Step back right now. I'm gonna fight. Let's do this fight.
He's already said he doesn't respect you. He's already said he's ready to fight and die and kill everybody there. And now she's going to tell him no. That's not how it's going to go.
I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you, dude.
Shoot.
Get off me. Yeah.
She shoots him again.
Do not move. Not move. Do not move.
And to start responding.
No care at all. She shot him in the heart. She's still worried about her safety, which she had 5 warnings that her safety could be in jeopardy.
I'm gonna f your ass up.
Okay, you better step back right now.
I said get the f out of here now.
Step back right now. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. This fight.
He's already said he doesn't respect you. He's already said he's ready to fight and die and kill everybody there. And now she's gonna tell him no. That's not how it's gonna go.
I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you, dude.
Shoot.
Get off. Get off. Get off.
She shoots him again.
Do not move. Not move. Do not move.
And to start responding.
No care at all. She shot him in the heart. She's still worried about her safety, which she had 5 warnings that her safety could be in jeopardy.
When I don't want women carrying guns and being in charge of men, and I don't want women going to war. Now watch how ineffective these jackboot thug pigs are.
Sheriff's office.
Dirty jackboot thug pigs. Put it in the comment. JBTP. You jackboot thug pigs. It looks like these scared pigtail coppers shot the gun, unloaded it, and unloaded another magazine into someone's apartment. Isn't there another apartment on the other side of that? Don't bullets ricochet? You attempted murder.
Police! Don't move! Don't move! Stop! Stop, bro! Shoot!
What a piece of shit. What an absolute piece of shit. You gonna shoot him again? You already shot him 3 times in the back. He's got his foot on the gas. If you watch that and you don't understand that we have a problem in the United States of America with these pigs, then you're an inhumane, brutal, disgusting bastard. Stealing a car should not be a death sentence. Why in the world did he shoot him in the back 5 times? He shot him in the kidneys, shot him right down in the lower back, and he shot him in the spine, right in the middle of the back.
Stop! Stop, bro! Shoot! Stop!
The copper's gonna hear something, calls a gunshot, it's a door slamming, and then he's just gonna shoot through a door randomly.
26 shots fired.
No idea if there's someone on the other side, if there's kids, women, children, just a free guy just sitting in his chair having some Doritos watching the game. Why did Libfried shoot through the door 2 more times after the guy said, "Oh, I'm shot, please help me"? Has Libfried been suspended without pay? And he's only being charged with shooting his firearm. What about attempted murder charges?
Disturbing body cam video showing a man dying moments after being held down by the police.
They're trying to kill me! They're trying to kill me! They're trying to kill me! You're gonna get sprayed! Call the sheriff! Calm down! Okay, I can't read. I can't read. I can't read. I can't.
As Frank Tyson laid motionless on the ground, bar patrons can be heard talking to police.
I've always wanted to be in a bar fight.
It took officers nearly 5.5 minutes from the point Tyson was motionless for them to check on him.
He might be out.
You can then see the paramedics arrive 13 minutes after Tyson first went motionless.
We see a video of you putting your knees in someone's neck or right in their back. You're fired and you're going to be charged because I'm going to run for governor and I'm going to win. And I'm going to change your policies from the top down. Persecute me, prosecute me, put me in the dungeon. Show what you do to people.
I was scared for my life, and you never know when you could be the next person.
Nassau police officers wrestled Brennan to the ground outside a Baldwin grocery store. Brennan, a Job Corps culinary student at the time, was shopping for his mom. He inadvertently left his backpack at checkout while he was suddenly slapped with handcuffs.
My hands were blue, and the way he had them crushing them, he was trying to do damage to me. He hit me as well. He punched me, all while I'm in the grasp of the other officers.
There's no reason
reason to punch him or smack him in the head. Had 4, 5, 6 officers surrounding a handcuffed young man.
Among items in the backpack, an airsoft BB gun. Brennan said it was for paintball, and a survival knife he said he used when camping.
Nassau County Police Internal Affairs reviewed the case and filed no charges against the officers.
All y'all are going to say, end qualified immunity. If the cops are following policy, qualified immunity does not matter. He's going to go to federal court. The lawyer for the cop is going to pull out the policy of their department and say, Your Honor, he was following policy of the police department.
Retired Portsmouth police officer Vincent McLean is charged with voluntary manslaughter for the 2018 death of a 28-year-old pregnant woman. Carmita Van Gilder died at the Portsmouth City Jail after suffering a medical emergency while in police custody. Jurors saw and heard her cough periodically, let out grunting noises, lean in the back seat, and ask for water at least 5 times. On nearly all of those occasions, McLean answered Van Gilder, saying she'd have to wait until they got downtown because he didn't have water in the cruiser. She threw up in the back of the police car. During opening statements, a prosecutor said this officer did not protect and serve. Meanwhile, defense attorneys argue evidence in this case does not show an intentional killing.
His peace officer certificate needs to be pulled. You don't get to kidnap us, torture cuff us, and put us in a fucking dungeon. You guys are maggots. You're scum. You're the fear in the night. You're the fear in the day. You're a jackboot thug pig. No one else will tell you quite as clearly as me. You are a scumbag, bro.
Video posted on social media of an arrest in the gas lamp on New Year's Eve has some questioning San Diego police officers' use of force.
They say he resisted arrest, grabbed an officer's shirt and neck, then fell on top of the officer. According to the police department, while on the ground, the man grabbed an officer's genitals.
That was some absolute, total, and pure bullshit. He grabbed my genitals. That is just the lion pigs. They're just saying things so that it justifies them losing composure and punching people out in a gang. Not punching people out where they go out and pick a fight with a man who wants to fight them. Hopefully someone in their 20s that enjoys fist fighting. Nope, that's not what they do. They attack a guy, savagely attack him, and then say, oh, he grabbed my nuts.
I'm a constitutional law scholar. I sue you pigs all the time. Don't tell me where I can stand. I can stand right here, pig.
Stand behind me.
I can stand right here, pig. I'm the wrong guy. I will sue your ass in 2 seconds flat. You can take your prisoner somewhere else. See this? I can film this right here. I can film her. I can film him. I can do anything I want. You're a bunch of jackboot thug pigs. That's what you are. Each and every one of you. You signed up for this crap? You know what cops were formed for? To arrest slaves. That's the face of a real tyrant. That's a black tyrant right there. Is that funny? Little stick figure they put in a costume. Gave him a badge and gun and said, you're in charge. This is a kid. This is the jackboot thug pig teaching that pig how to be a pig. This is a bigger pig than that pig because he's been around for longer. So he needs more tricks of the trade. But see, I'm a constitutional law scholar. What I do, I put myself in a position so that I can sue your ass and put your name on a civil rights lawsuit. That's what I do.
Milwaukee police officer abusing a 7-year-old relative. 30-year-old Frank Williams is charged with 1 felony count of physical abuse of a child and 1 count of strangulation and suffocation. Officers were called to the emergency room at Children's Hospital on Wednesday where the 7-year-old girl was being treated. She said he hit her so hard, a lot of the beads in her hair fell out. The girl showed investigators bruises on her arms and legs that she said Williams gave her.
If you grab, jerk, smack, pop your kid in front of me and I'm there, in my 20s, I remember I had to not beat up one guy who did something to his kid in front of me. And this is a scene. This is a full-on scene in a public place. But he grabbed his kid and I was like, whoa, bro, you don't grab a kid like that. I have no filter. You guys know that. I just say whatever the hell I think. I try to sugarcoat it, but I don't have any sympathy for people who abuse other people. You should have to deal with what you have to deal with when you get in trouble for beating kids. And this cop is no different. He should have to face the music. Put a 1 in the chat if you think this is how all the cops feel.
Get the out of the way. Get the out of the way. I can go 90 miles an hour. You can't. So get the out of the way. If us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over. So you might as well get the out of the way.
Every pig I talk to, don't they come off with this arrogance that they're better than me? And that's how most of these pigs feel. That you have to get the fuck out of the way.
If you merge and we follow behind you and we merge too, you're probably in trouble. Best way to find that out is get the out of the way.
She said it. If we merge and you merge, get the fuck out of the way. She thinks she's a sovereign citizen and that she's better than you. You are a disgusting jackboot thug pig. You really are, lady. You can flip off a jackboot thug pig anytime you want. Check out this new auditor. He's gonna flip this cop off. He's gonna get pulled over for flipping the cop off. Then he's gonna give him double birds right in his mug during the pullover.
What law did I break?
Oh, you didn't break no law?
Freedom of speech.
You didn't break no law?
Freedom of speech. That is freedom of speech.
You didn't break no law? I pulled you over.
No, you retaliated. You retaliated because we flipped you off.
Okay.
What's your name and badge number again?
So,
name and badge number, bro. You're required by your policy to identify yourself.
43259.
You're not acting very professional. I pay your bills, bro. I'm a taxpayer.
All right.
Respect me. I'm a free citizen.
on it's a stolen car. Okay?
It don't matter if it's stolen. Eat a dick. You pig.
That's how I feel most of the time with these jackboot.
Take your ass back and do your job. Go do your job.
Put a one in the chat if you think free speech should be protected. They have created ways to pull you over for anything.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Your license, your registration, and proof of insurance. Here's my badge.
And listen to the state-run media reporter.
This is the shocking thing she said after the sheriff's deputy issued her a ticket.
You are being cited for speeding. Drive safe.
No wonder you people get shot. You're absolute.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am. I'm being
Why
polite.
are you in an unmarked car?
Okay, because I'm a part of the aggressive driver unit.
Do you have the power to do that?
Yes, I do.
Well, you're a double.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's remarkable to see how the officer remained polite to the woman, even as she disrespected him.
It's amazing how patient he remained. You're supposed to be able to take a little bit of pushback. You sign up to be a pig. It's not about you being respected. It's about you upholding our rights. And if you don't uphold our rights, you're going to get disrespected. Disrespect these pigs. Walk right up to them on the street and say, you know what? You joined a Death Star and you are an evil demon.
What's going on? You all right? I don't feel good. You need some air, or what's the deal?
I don't know. What the me for? What did you just punch me in the head? I got my hands cuffed. What you doing? What the you had me if I just passed out?
Stand up.
I can't stand up. You just punched me in the face.
People do not have to go onto the ground. People do not have to get on their knees because you're scared for your safety. That's over. Getting on your knees, cops sticking their knees in your neck and in your back and in your calves and in your thighs, and you die of a stroke. There's no third party to investigate cops. There's no codes or statutes for police brutality. There's no third party agency to come in with arresting power and subpoena power.
I'm here talking to the officer that shot my dog. There's a person that found my dog and called joint communication, and I've spoke with her, and she has stated that the dog, she fed him, gave him water, and he was not a threat. May I have your badge number?
I'm gonna show you something.
My dog is completely blind and completely deaf. If a dog is a threat to a person and harms a person or shows immediate threat, that's when you use force. There is many other
Do you want
tactics.
to talk, or you want to tell me how to do the job?
There's no such thing as police wrongdoing. I'm going to create criminal codes and statutes that charge them with crimes. PB 101, Police Brutality 101, PN, Police Negligence 101. This idea that cops are cleared of wrongdoing is so preposterous.
Why are you speeding?
I was only going 60.
Speed limit's 40. Give me the weed, too.
I have a...
Yeah,
I have a medical marijuana card.
Step out.
I have a card.
Step out.
All right. Stop, man.
You want to fucking run your mouth? No problem. You came to the right guy. Step out.
All right. Stop.
Come on. So the do you think you are worried about what I'm doing? Everyone's got something to fucking say.
We all have something to say now, pig. We can all see what you pigs do.
Is it in the original dispensary container? No. Then you're fucked. Shut the fuck up. I was driving along. I was going to head to a simple citation that I give, but no. You got to be...
We have a First Amendment right to say whatever the hell we want. 1987, Houston versus Hill. I curse out cops. Expressive disorder is expected in a society dedicated to individual liberty and freedom.
Shut your fucking mouth. Mind your own business and be on your way. Don't you ever fuck with me again.
You are a jackboot thug pig.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! You know. I'm hit! What? Ambulance! In the car! I was shot! In the car! Oh!
I'm good on this. I'm good on watching a pig lose his freaking mind, start shooting at a car, and then says that he's hit by a bullet. You know these jackboot thug pigs are out of control. There's no third party for checks and balances, for warrants, no third party for body cam footage. We're dealing with the jackboot thug pig organization.
She did not jump on the cop. She did not bark at the cop. What if you would have killed my dog and my son?
Her 3 sons were home when a Clayton County Sheriff's deputy knocked on the door.
Clayton County Sheriff's Office.
Honeycutt's 13-year-old son opened the door. Their dog ran out. The deputy starts shouting, pulls out his gun, and fires.
Clayton County Sheriff's Office.
A few minutes later, this video shows the teen limping. Honeycutt took her son to the hospital where she says x-rays showed the bullet fragments. The dog Coco has a graze on her knee and a fragment in her abdomen.
If you're that scared as a cop of a dog and you open fire on the dog and the child, you might not need to be an officer.
Honeycutt says her son is extremely shaken up.
It makes me sad to even think about it, because what if that bullet went a little higher? I would not have a son.
Internal affairs is a fucking joke. You should fire that pig, but you're not going to. What you're going to do is you're going to make an excuse, an ordinance, a code. You're going to say, well, within our policy, he could do it because this and because of that. You're the same dirty, filthy pigs as the pigs on the street.
How you doing, backup? What's your name, badge number?
Officer Bowman, 17147. B-O-L-D.
What position did you play in football? What'd you play?
Yeah, let's hang back just a little bit for me.
But you were good.
You're more welcome to film me. I don't care about that, but just hang back for me a little bit. No, just a little bit.
Do me a favor, though, Mr. Bowman.
Just give me a little bit.
Let me give you a fair warning here, just like I gave the other guys.
Right.
I'm a constitutional law scholar. And what I do specifically is stress test my rights. You will not have dominion over me. I won't move my feet from this position. You can seriously get down on your knees and say you're sorry for being the horrible tyrant you are. You want to tell me where my feet can go.
I'm just asking.
But look at you. You look like you're constipated now because I told you I'm not moving my feet. Played linebacker. When you get on the line, it's one man versus another man, and this guy still has that mentality. I'm not saying he's not a brute, dude. This guy would be one hell of a real fist fight if you actually tried to fist fight this giant. You follow my orders.
You are not.
You're here to uphold my rights to stand here and tell you to suck it. Get down on your knees and eat my shorts, copper. And if you put your hands on me, then I'll sue your ass. I would sue you.
Go ahead and pick your money up. Let's walk you out, or you want to walk yourself out? And you're going to be identified, okay? And you're going to be issued a criminal trespass that says you can't come back to this business anymore, okay?
I was just getting my money out because I don't want to lose it.
Put it up, and let's walk out, okay?
I just do nothing
We're not
wrong.
playing with you, man. So what's your name, man?
None of your business.
All right, then you're under arrest. Go ahead, put your hands behind your back.
My
You're
name
under
is
arrest.
Matthew McManus. Hey, no, they took my phone. I'm at Target. Calling 911.
No, you're under arrest now for concealing identity.
Why would you send pigs in to help out someone in mental distress? What are we seeing in video after video after video? When you send a pig with to someone who's autistic, someone who's having a mental episode, the pig ruins it because pigs are filthy, dirty animals. How is putting this man in torture cuffs and treating him like he doesn't matter? How does that help him?
Go ahead and pick your money up. Let's walk you out, or you want to walk yourself out? And you're going to be identified, okay? And you're going to be issued a criminal trespass that says you can't come back to this business anymore, okay?
I was just getting my money out because I don't want to lose it.
Put it up, and let's walk out, okay?
I just do nothing
We're not
wrong.
playing with you, man. So what's your name, man?
None of your business.
All right, then you're under arrest. Go ahead, put your hands behind your back.
My
You're
name
under
is
arrest.
Matthew McManus. Hey, no, they took my phone. I'm at Target. Calling 911.
No, you're under arrest now for concealing identity.
Henrico police officer Richard Crowder admitted to the court he killed his wife and his stepdaughter back in July of 2022. He also entered a plea deal for shooting at 2 Henrico officers who were responding to his home.
Diane Crowder and her daughter Carrie's his act. We're moving Diane out of the home.
The number one way a woman gets killed in a domestic violence situation is when she tries to leave. She was murdered. Her daughter was murdered when they were moving.
When movers heard arguments between Richard and Diane, followed by multiple gunshots. Crowder used a handgun to kill his wife and stepdaughter.
If he went to jail for domestic, didn't matter because we didn't solve any of the problems. I'm sure that there was some sort of 911 calls. There's some sort of warning that this guy was abusive. If she was packing up and moving, and then he killed another man's daughter.
Any weapons in the vehicle?
Yeah.
What kind of weapon?
It's a registered firearm in my name, Smith & Weston. It's in the trunk.
It's in the trunk?
Yeah.
Just because you got a firearm in the car? Okay, we're just going to do this the safe way. Undo your seatbelt for me.
Okay, I call the supervisor, please.
What? You can talk to him afterwards.
Sir, I would like your supervisor.
Okay, we're going to talk to him afterwards.
Can you call him on your radio? He's not trying to call his supervisor on the radio.
Listen,
You didn't even give me a call. You said for your 10. I told you I got
That's
a ticket.
probable cause to pull you over, right?
Okay.
Just because you...
Whoa. That's
Put your
way...
hands
Whoa.
Undo your seatbelt with your right hand.
You told them you decided to blab your mouth. You follow a rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols. You never deviate. There's a good chance that you get a gun put to your head, that you see a gun put to your kid's head, sideways even gangster style. I know for a fact that when the cop pulls me over, I got my license, registration, proof, insurance right there. When he walks up to me, I say, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I don't want to answer another question. There's thousands of videos of it, of cops murdering, raping, killing, imprisoning people.
Hey, hurting me! I'm in the felony! Get in the car! No, hell!
hurting me.
A Texas man is now suing the city of Dallas and multiple of its police officers when authorities wrongfully arrested him after he was confused with a domestic violence suspect. Instead, the single father of 4 was just on the way to pick up French toast and bacon for his children's breakfast.
Leg restraint. Y'all done beat trouble, bro. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all done beat trouble. I don't care. You are under arrest.
I don't know how you jackboot thug pigs don't get it. Kidnapping me from the street, taking my phone, putting me in torture cuffs, then transporting me to a dungeon, charging me with crimes. It's a huge deal. You could just leave me the f*** alone. The goal of the cops is to arrest you, kidnap you, take you to a dungeon, and steal your money.
But let's not make this difficult because I will really make your life a living hell. Do you hear me? Okay, I will tow your car. As a matter of fact,
no, don't tow my car.
can you just shut the f*** up, lady, for 10 fucking seconds?
Why are you talking to me?
Because you
like
don't
that?
listen. You're just like Jesus Garcia.
No,
You want to
I'm not.
argue all the time. 80% Stop! 80% shots fired. No, shots fired on my part. She almost hit me with the car.
I don't know about y'all, but I look at that and I just want to puke. He so casually took her life. He so cavalierly just shot her 3 times, less than 10 feet away, with a Glock 9. Shot her 3 times at close range. Why did he have to shoot her?
80% Stop! 80% shots fired.
Moore was killed by blunt force trauma to the head. His body was found on the street wrapped in a tarp. He was buried on July 14th, the very same day and location as Dexter Wade. His case sparked national outrage after NBC News first reported he was hit and killed by an off-duty Jackson police officer.
672 bodies behind the jail in Mississippi. They've been hiding bodies back there behind that jail for decades. There are prison guards, wardens, cops, deputies, sheriffs who have all contributed to the deaths of these hundreds of men, and I would guarantee you most of them are black, that they were buried behind that Mississippi jail.
I just bought this car.
I get you saying you just bought it, but it's been modified.
Okay.
I'm saying you because it's loud and unusual.
Loud and unusual. This is quieter than the trash truck that went by. Do you know what the stock exhaust on the car looks like?
I do not know what the stock
Then how do you know it's been modified?
Because I can look underneath your car and see it. You
Then how do you know it's been modified?
I'm not answering you more questions. If you'd like to hear my testimony, you and I go to court.
You're just, in his opinion, wasting his time. He doesn't give a damn that you have to go to court. He wants you to fight that ticket so he can make more money. You plead the 5th Amendment and then you shut the front door. If he says any other words to me, I'm going to say, do your transaction. I've already pleaded the 5th Amendment. I invoke my First Amendment right to be pressed. Leave me the fuck alone, bro. You can't have a Harley Davidson that's legal and then have a modified exhaust that's illegal. It's just stupid. And this jackboot thug pig is stealing his money.
What is the reason they were pulled over?
The driver has all the information. He'll tell you.
No. I need to know.
We're not involved here. You're picking them
No,
up.
I'm involved. Why were they pulled over? Now, don't call me Miss. I'm Commissioner. Describe what the
Take a
problem
step back
is.
from me. I can't move back any farther. I keep moving back farther, and you keep
Okay,
moving closer
please.
to the high-speed road. I think we should all get off of the road.
You
It's a little bit
wanted-
dangerous being out here as long as we were
Thank
anyway.
you for your concern with my safety.
Okay. Are you finished, ma'am?
I'm shocked.
Are you
I'm
finished?
shocked and very disappointed. Thank you for
may
your
take
help.
Them. You may take them now.
You may shut the up and not tell me when I may take my kids and her friends who are PhD students from MIT and Yale.
You're seeing it. They don't want it to happen to them, but it's okay if it happens to you. Because she's the commissioner, she figures she can come in and save the day for her kids. And now she's blaming the pigs who are doing what they do all the time. She trains the pigs to do this. She doesn't want the pigs to be pigs to her family, but she trains pigs to be pigs to your family and you.
Let me see your ID.
This guy was handing out business cards so he could mow lawns. An honest day's work for an honest day's pay.
Turn around, put your hands behind
For
you.
what? Hey, nope.
Gibson instead left the scene.
When this right here, my lawn service, that's what we was doing, trying to support our family.
Constables came to his house later that day, broke down his door, tased him, and sicked a canine on him, leaving him with bite marks on his arm.
I can't even lift certain stuff no more. Like my arm is still numb in certain spots. I can barely lift it up.
When he got a complaint on him, the sheriff's supervisor then stood up for the constable.
We gave Mr. Gibson, before the police dog even went upstairs, we yelled, police dog, come out.
Are you seeing? Cops are pigs. Cops are scum. He got his camera out and he started filming, but then he didn't show the literature and show the cop. Go get a 5th Amendment trifold so that I can then put the 5th Amendment cop card in your envelope for you. I literally hope that canine pig burns in hell.
Say one more thing to this dog. He's under arrest. You're taunting the dog.
I've never done anything like that. I've never sicked a dog on someone who was laying on their belly and then said, good boy, attack, attack, good boy. How disgusting is that? Guy was literally in his pants. Get him, get him.
The Canton police officer who deployed his K-9 is Officer Nicholas Castro. He has now been placed on administrative leave.
Internal Affairs isn't going to do anything. Absolutely nothing. We saw him sick his dog on the person. If that canine pig toes the thin blue line, he'll lie, cheat, steal, lie in his reports, cover up for other pigs, rape, murder, do all the things that you pigs do, well, then you're going to protect him.
Police in Alabama handcuffed him so tightly for so long that his hand had to be amputated. One of the officers never turned on his body camera and the other partially blocked the camera. Giovanni stated he was handcuffed for no reason. I ain't even resist. Why y'all acting like this? He said, according to the memo that referenced the body camera. He later said, it hurts, to which the deputy responded, well, that's what happens when you F with the police. Doctors partially amputated 3 fingers due to a lack of circulation, and eventually they had to take off his entire hand.
How many people here would lose one hand or give up a hand for a disorderly conduct charge? And what happened to the pig? What happened to the pigs who did this to him? Were they fired? Did they lose their peace officer's license? If this was any other company, any other product, but as long as it's the government doing to you, then it's perfectly fine, it's perfectly legal. You torture cuff companies, be on notice, I'm coming after you. When I'm governor, the contract ends. We will never use torture cuffs again in the state that I'm governor. Never.
I need to see your driver's license and your proof of insurance.
Okay, this is not a traffic sidewalk.
Do you understand what I'm asking you? Get your driver's license and proof of insurance.
Well, for helping out your business, but you don't have to. I'm sorry, please don't take it out of my hand. Hey, give
Back
my
off
property
before
back.
You go to jail.
He stole my property.
State
He
right
snatched
to
it
know
out
he
of my
didn't.
hand.
That's the state's property.
There have been studies that have been done that people believe their car is an extension of themselves, and also that your driver's license is an extension of you. That's why I tell you to get a photocopy of your driver's license and laminate it with your recent proof of insurance and your registration. The point is, it all goes inside of your trifold, and now you have all the power with that pig. That pig right there is saying things to her that she could rebuke if she had the trifold, and she doesn't.
And so are you aware that this has gone national, this video?
I don't like seeing the video. Like, it just do something to me. Like, I just can't watch it.
And a lot of them are beta males and women who want to have power over another person. So using these tasers and mace and sticks and guns is a way for them to really get off. I'm all for women doing things. I'm not for putting women in positions where they need to be physically in charge of men, where they're going to determine physicality.
You want it again? Shut your mouth!
Yeah, if you're a passenger in a vehicle, you need to have
Why that? Stop, please.
Here's the deal. You tense up, you don't have no ID on you, okay? Listen.
You got a taser on you right now. He's not. I'm not doing nothing, man. I'm not.
You signed up to follow a rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols that are brutal, inhumane, and barbaric.
Daddy!
Yeah.
No! I'm not doing nothing.
Get your hands up right now. Hey, get in front of the car right now. Get in front of the car. Come on. Walk this way.
You want it again? Shut your mouth! I'm done fucking around with you!
Don't electrocute somebody for 18 seconds. F you! We hate you because of what you do to us. Every time you say you want someone to go to jail, you sure about that? You been there before? And if you haven't been to that jail and you haven't seen what the guards do to people in the jail, I'll give you this piece of advice and then I'll end this story. When you go to jail, you shut the front door. You don't say anything. You don't make any friends. You don't talk to anybody. You sit there. You get your milk. You get your packs of peanut butter, whatever you're going to eat. You don't talk. You shut up. You don't say anything. Be careful what you wish for, because if you call the cops to welfare check your kid, if you call the cops because your neighbor pissed you off, remember what you're possibly inviting into your life and into their life. When you call the cops, you could be killing somebody. It gives me real bad PTSD. I go right back to that place and I have a memory like a steel trap. Sorry.
Stop resisting! That's enough! Stop resisting!
So I was in the dungeon and they came in and they maced a guy who they wanted to hurt. When they maced him, everybody started coughing.
Watch that arm.
They took him right outside of the cell and they torture cuffed him, and then they put him on his knees in front of us as he was crying, saying, please, 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 my eyes hurt so bad, please get me some water. They mocked him and they continued to beat on him in front of us, and it rocked me. Watch how they torture cuff you with a bullet hole in your body, maybe several.
Down! 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 Hands! Hands! Hands!
And then when they do come up to you, they flip you over and torture cuff you, even if you're dead.
I got cuffs.
They don't stick fingers in the holes. They don't put a tourniquet around your leg. They watch you bleed out.
All right, step out to us, sir. Step out to us.
Quit reaching.
Your girlfriend, your mother, your sister, your brother could be screaming, let me help him, please. And the cops will say, stay away from the body.
Everybody's a suspect. Nobody walks without cuffs.
Watch how they torture cuff you with a bullet hole in your body, maybe several.
Down! 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 Hands! 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 Quit racing!
And then when they do come up to you, they flip you over and torture cuff you, even if you're dead. They don't care about you. Their goal is to arrest you.
Khalil Branch being held down while asking officers why he's being detained.
What did I do?
Just stop, baby. He says he grew up in the neighborhood and was returning to visit family. Police came up to him and a few friends asking for ID, threatening to search them.
I'm not giving you consent to none of this. They grabbed me, threw me down.
The video shows one of the officers punching and tasing Branch in an attempt to cuff him.
What I'm being detained for? Did I do anything wrong with my suspect? So I was asking.
Their goal when they interact with you is to find a reason to arrest you. They believe that their job is to give you a ticket. Their job is to punish you. Their job is to be your daddy.
He is now suffering from several bruised ribs.
I watch stuff like this every day. I know that the Jackboot Thug Pigs are an evil organization full of demons. You don't have to agree with me. You should have my trifold, though. You should still invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I have no idea what he's talking about. So what's a pixie stick? He says it's a PCP-laced cigarette that he smoked before he came in here. You see his eyes, he's on PCP. But it doesn't matter because he's still dying in front of me. Me and a bunch of other guys are screaming, guards, guards, he's dying, right? The guard walks down like they do, nice and leisurely. They come in with the gurney. This is like the fastest I've ever seen them come for medical care, and that took still about a minute or two. And when they get into the room, they roll the gurney in there. The guards grab this dude, kind of shuck him up on the gurney, and this happens on my first day transporting between Twin Towers Jail in LA and the courthouse. Why did this guy just stand over me and tell me he's gonna kill me when the guards leave? Because he's on PCP. They arrested him on drugs, and they put him in a cell with just regular people who were not on drugs.
Hey, he's got knife! He's got knife! Drop the knife now! Drop the knife! Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
Show me your
Here,
hands!
y'all ready?
We're good. I got you, cuffs. I got you. I got you.
Good.
What they are doing is they're killing us in the streets. They're shooting us in the streets, electrocuting us, beating us with sticks, fists, jumping on top of us and gang beating us. 3, 4 cops, 5 cops, and a tail hold you down as another cop is throwing uppercuts into your face. Earning the hate. Put it in the chat. Earning the hate.
I'm a paramedic. Okay. He's got a hole.
I'm a nurse.
Right just above his right. Okay, we're going to put a chest seal, okay? Down for 10 minutes. Bring him down. Hey, open his airway, okay?
He has a gun. He has a gun in his hand pointing at people. No, stop.
Drop it, drop it. Go, come on.
Put a 1 in the chat if you would never, ever get over the cops murdering your son. There would never be a day you didn't see a pig and think to yourself, that's one of the demons. That's why I'm going to be running for governor, and that's why I'll change the policies, procedures, and protocols of the pigs from the top down. You've got to follow an exact script when you deal with cops.
Stop touching me, I will.
Raul Ortiz says he'll never be the same after 3 Elyria police officers stormed into his home.
One minute I'm happy, next minute I'm sad, next minute I'm crying.
3 officers met with Ortiz's ex-girlfriend. She told them she had broken up with Ortiz and he wouldn't let her back into the home. But Ortiz refuses to let them in without a warrant. Officer Paige Mitchell is then heard telling Warner,
Any door can be kicked in depending on how hard you work at it.
so Warner kicks the door in as officers go in behind her. Ortiz is heard struggling with the 2 officers a window shatters.
I actually grabbed the cop trying to pull him back, letting him know that I'm not trying to fight you guys, but I'm not going to put my hands behind my back because I have a medical condition.
Charged with multiple felonies, including aggravated robbery for grabbing Mitchell's taser. Were you planning to use it on the officers?
My defibrillators right here. I would never do something like that because I know I would never win.
The officers involved were not charged with a crime or even disciplined for this incident.
Lower the window!
He broke the door.
Ma'am, lower the window!
What did I do? Under arrest for what?
Step out of the car. Pat her down real quick. Yeah, search her now.
Serious right now?
Yeah, you're under arrest.
Do you have a mother? Do you have a sister?
We're past that already.
So that means what? We're past any sensible, reasonable thing that could happen here? Yeah, we're past that. Why? Because I'm irrational and I'm impatient. And because my patience is gone, we're past that now. And now the legal maximum for what you can be charged with has changed. Why? Because my patience is gone. That's what we're past that now means. You're being an impatient pig. 3 guys holding down his body parts. This man is going to punch the guy in the face. Smothers him with his hand, he sticks his knee in his neck, and then when the man has the audacity to move his body so he doesn't die, then the cop says, oh, he's freaking out, and starts raining down punches on his face. You're earning the you jackboot thug pigs. You're not subduing shit, dude. You're trying to knock a guy's head off his body.
Attorneys for Oxford Police redacted the audio, so we only see what happened. We cannot hear what was said. Moser and the sheriff's office conducted a use of force investigation and found Blauvelt's actions were necessary.
Hey, coppers, if you want to know why people hate you, there it is right there.
Stop reaching around, dude. Hey, brother, can you do me a favor? Stop reaching around. Just put your hands on the front dash. Thank you. Put your hands on the dash. On the dash. Hey, stop reaching around, dude. Hey, hey, what? Hey, what's up? Hey, do not move! Do not move! Hey, go ahead. Grab the door. The firearm. Go ahead. Yep. No. Hold on.
You have to have the trifold. You have to have everything up in your visor. You have to have your license, registration, proof of insurance put together, or don't drive. They're trying to pull you over. They're trying to arrest you. I don't want to watch the video where you got killed, because if you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around.
I just thought I'd put you on camera here. What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your fucking name, bro? Security guy tased me. I have a bruise on my arm from picking up something that I own in my car that I own.
Stolen.
No, I own it.
When you're a member of the press and you're filming that jackboot thug pig, and that jackboot thug pig puts his hands on you or physically screams in your face or tries to knock the camera out of your hand, you have a First Amendment violation. You stated out loud. Cop cited. You start filming and say, I invoke my First Amendment. That's all you have to say. Now, when you go to court, the clearly established prong, that goes around their qualified immunity. That's where qualified immunity matters. But if you don't state your privilege, I invoke my First Amendment right, then that privilege has not been invoked. So if you're trying to film and that cop's trying to block you, he's trying to keep order. You never said you were being pressed. That's how bad it is. That's how bad our system has been corrupted. From that far away, he's gonna kill somebody.
Get out of the car.
Whoa, what a psycho. What an absolute psycho. Shot him right in the head.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Do I hate cops? Absolutely. Can't stand them. They're jackboot thug losers. We have to change the organization. If you sign up to those policies, procedures, and protocols, you're part of the evil. You concluded that you get to point your gun at me. None of us said that that's what security and safety is in this country. You created these policies around Terry versus Ohio. That officer safety is the most important thing. Why do you think I created a trifold? Why do you think I give away so many of these cop cards? I want people to invoke their Fifth Amendment right. I don't want to cover your video.
Come in and talk to you for a minute? I'm just gonna make sure nobody else is
No, please, no. Hold on, I asked you no.
All right.
I asked you to leave. If you just come in my place like that and you just start walking around, you have to have my permission to do that.
The mistake that he made is he answered the door. They're not allowed to just walk in your house no matter what anybody told them. There's no probable cause.
Well, sir, it was more for like officers. If you're here to help me, you can't say what my safety is because I have no weapons. Obviously,
we don't know that.
You do know that because I'm asking you to leave. Please leave. I'm asking you to leave my residence.
I'm about to put you in handcuffs, sir.
If you do that, that's your choice. What?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're going to listen to what I said.
But what have I done?
Put down the damn phone.
But I'm asking you to leave my residence.
I'm not leaving your place now. Put your hands behind your back.
And this is why African Americans have issues with law
Don't
enforcement.
start that. Don't start that.
The system itself is corroded and corrupted, and it must be changed from the top down.
What's your name? Are you serious? What's your name, dude? I'm not giving my name. I need to know any kind of information you got. I don't have any information to give to you. I'm on the run. Well, then you're going to be detained right now, okay? Okay, for what? Until I figure out who you are. I'm going to put you in the back of my car, okay? No, I'm going to be right here. You're not under arrest. You're just being detained right now. All I need to know is your info, and that was it. All you had to do was leave me the alone. I'm not... Come on. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car, man. Get in the car now.
I don't like the way you handle that gentleman. He's minding his business job. I'm already going to be a witness against this gentleman. I already sent this to all the news stations. The mayor knows about it. Okay, sir. You have your ID. I'm a lawyer, man. I don't have to cooperate whatsoever with you. If you want to take him, please do.
They run into a lawyer and try pulling the "you got ID" on you shtick.
When a cop does that on my watch, you're fired and brought up on charges. When I become governor, I will have a legislator write the bill that says if you violate someone's rights on camera, that'll be PB 101, Police Brutality 101. And each statute will carry a criminal code with it. What in the hell is going on in this country?
It was completely inhumane.
Damage to his eye, a ruptured eardrum, and PTSD. Dalvin Gadsden's attorney says this is what his client looked like after a traffic stop. 29-year-old Gadsden, who's homeless, was giving a man a ride to work. More officers arrive before they ask Gadsden to get out of the car.
I'm coming out the vehicle for hands behind my back. Yes, you're going to be detained in handcuffs.
Officers try to arrest him from the driver's side. Another starts hitting him through the passenger door. This goes on for over a minute.
You're under arrest. You dumb.
He was charged with multiple counts, including assault.
I want those officers arrested. I want to find and want arrested.
I openly hate cops. I'm not afraid to say it. I can't stand you pigs. You agreed to follow a set of policies, procedures, and protocols that are brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. When I'm governor, there will be a prosecutorial office for cops, that they prosecute cops. Cop is walking up.
You have your driver license, proof of insurance.
A laminated copy of your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. Then it goes right next to or inside your trifold. It goes up in your visor, just like this, all broccoli wadded in. You have your elbow wedged on the seat here. This one goes in the windowsill. You slightly crack the window for the copper. You are within the boundaries of the law.
Where are you going to in such a major hurry?
Officer, I plead the Fifth Amendment. Please don't ask me any questions without my lawyer present. Don't ask me where I'm coming from. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I've been. Don't ask me if I've been drinking. Don't ask me if I have a firearm. I will take no tests, no searches or seizures. Use the address on my ID. I'll give no additional information. Everything I need to provide is in the slip below. You have now complied with the law.
Police officer Dane Lauer is accused of injuring a woman while driving his patrol car back in December. Body camera video shows Lauer watching videos on his phone minutes before the crash. Then, dash cam video shows a driver making a left-hand turn and striking a pedestrian who was using the side of the crosswalk.
They don't like being treated like but they can piss all over us.
Here's what Lauer's attorney told us.
My client had both hands on the wheel. He was not speeding. There was no indication whatsoever he was holding a cell phone, watching a cell phone. He braked all the way up until a tenth of a second before impact. There was no recklessness or negligence that was gross.
Did I not hear or see anything? Remember, the cops are going to try to tell you, you're not seeing what you're seeing. You're not seeing what you're seeing. Manslaughter, if you kill a cop, is life in prison in Florida. So if you get in a car accident and you kill a cop, life in prison for you.
Why, dude? What's in your hand? Your car broke down? Yeah. You got like a trickle charger going on, or? I'm short somewhere. Can I get your ID, please? Do me a favor, dude. Can you step out the car for me? I can't do that. You need to back up, bro. Why, dude? What's in your hand? It's a gun, so please back up. Just put it down, dude. Go by your car. Okay, I will. Okay, go. Put it down. You want to go home tonight, right? Just put it down. You want to go home tonight? Relax, dude. I'm going to relax. Shots fired, shots fired.
You told them you have a gun. He doesn't have a rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols that he has demanded of himself. You never deviate, because if you do, you're gonna die. There's thousands of videos of it, of cops murdering, raping, killing imprisoning people. I know for a fact that when the cop pulls me over, I got my license, registration, proof of insurance right there. When he walks up to me, I say, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I don't want to answer another question.
Kevin Ubales was placed on paid administrative leave back in 2021 because of the incident that you see on your screen right now.
2.5 years on paid leave, earning $180,000, slamming drunk pedestrian's face onto the pavement, but the charges were dropped.
Ubales told the suspect, 42-year-old Caleb Joseph Hamlin, to stay on the ground on his knees, which he did.
He grabbed him from the back and violently slammed his body forward, resulting in Caleb's face striking the pavement with a thud.
District Attorney John Hummel says the public would never know of this incident if 2 other police officers at the scene had not reported to their supervisors.
Don't ever think that the cops turned in a bad gang member because they're good cops. The entire system is rotten to the core. And this pig who abused a person, slammed him face down into the ground, had made a mistake or overstepped his boundaries, but he didn't do it bad enough that he didn't get 3 years of paid leave.
You live in Tempe?
I live in Tempe.
What's with the attitude, man?
No, I didn't break any laws.
So are you saying that I'm violating your rights right now?
Displaying a perfect example of how to escalate a situation.
Do you just not like the police or what?
I don't have time for this. I have to go home. I have to get changed. I have a shift that starts at 8 o'clock.
Well, that's going to take you longer if you keep the attitude.
Well, I don't have an attitude. Car's registered to my mom's name.
So you're a security guard, but you have an attitude towards the police?
I don't even
Go ahead and step out of the car.
You don't have a right to open. Do not touch me. Hey! Get off the car. I haven't done anything. Get out. Get off the car. You're hitting me. Oh my God. Get on the ground.
Hey.
Get on the ground. I don't have any weapons.
Stop resisting.
You really want to sue this pig? You make sure that you have your trifold in your hand and your phone in your hand. This elbow goes on the seat. This other hand goes right here in the windowsill. I got my camera rolling like this, and I got my trifold in this hand. Immediately invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I tell the copper, you can't question me any further without my attorney present. Take 2 steps back from my car. That jackboot thug pig knows you know every single law in here, and you showed it on camera. He's powerless. Nothing is more cowardice than the terms officer safety.
Columbus K9 unit, on out!
We're going to send that dog in.
43D91
Hands.
Come in.
Hands.
You dirty fucking pigs, man. It just makes me fucking sick.
Hands behind your back. Do it now. Hands behind your back.
4310, Sergeant.
He's pulling away.
What about everybody else?
We have the ability to move into the digital era, but these jackboot thug pigs won't do it unless we, the people, force it. He did not need to go in there and shoot that man. He could have fallen back, put a camera on a stick, and walked away.
The cop came in and said, show me your hands. He did not say police, which is your policy. You son of a bitch. May you burn in hell.
Get on the ground! Get on! Get on the ground! I said, dog!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! My head! Yes, my head! On the concrete! Oh my God! Oh my God! I am a professor! Listen to every professor, everyone! I am a professor of economics!
They take their entire body weight, pile drive your face into the ground. Concrete, grass, dirt, doesn't matter. Garbage, piss, shit, and he's pushing your head into the ground. Your face, your bones, your jaw, your lips, your nose, your mouth. Your life matters. Your face matters. And look what this pig is doing.
But he's touching my phone for no reason.
That's right there why I told you not to reach under that seat. You'd have been dead.
I didn't know that was in there.
That's why I told you not to reach under your seat.
If you're so tough, drop the badge and gun and go fight a guy your age and watch how you're a beta male bitch.
You ain't had a point in my face, neither. I'll beat your...
Hey, handcuff him. Handcuff him.
Hey, that's what I'm talking.
You're the demon in our world. You're the evil. You're the piece of shit. You're the person that we fear when we drive down the road. That's how most of us feel. The bootlickers who are sucking that cop stick, most of them are afraid of you. They've seen the authoritarian jackboot thug organization you've created, and they go around saying, back the blue, back the blue. I hope it doesn't happen to me.
JSO officer slapping a handcuffed man.
One of the officers tells Ellis to stop pushing against them before you hear a loud noise.
Stop pushing against us. Stop.
Ellis was in front of this sign in the Grand Park neighborhood when he was pulled over and arrested on several charges.
According to the arrest report, officers smelled burned marijuana coming from Ellis's car during the traffic stop.
Here's the justification for you being in torture cuffs and some jackboot thug pig smacking you in the face. First, she said, you hear a loud sound. No, we didn't. We saw the smack. What the is going on? Who the hell are these people in the state-run media? Who is writing their scripts?
My son didn't deserve it. Nobody deserved to get ran down like that.
The video of the collision that killed 25-year-old Samuel Sterling is highly disturbing.
The state police detective sergeant who hit Sterling, who was unarmed and on foot, running away.
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Behind your back. I got relax. Why you me like this? Just relax.
He asked the officers that was around him to help him. He was just begging for help.
And what these poor folks had to witness, literally the last few minutes of their son's life, and how the officers on scene acted in what we think to be callous disregard for human life.
You want to hit a dog like that, and to watch that is just so hurtful.
Put a 1 in the chat if you would never, ever get over the cops murdering your son. There would never be a day you didn't see a pig and think to yourself, that's one of the demons. Put a 1 in the chat if you could never forgive him. This is unbelievable what you're about to witness right here.
He pulled out a freaking gun and pointed it at my face.
Loving, who had called 911, gets upset.
I'm not understanding what the problem is. I need to talk to my kid.
Loving wants action taken against Tom.
Y'all need to do something.
Oh, yeah, and you need to chill out. You need to chill out because now you're going to be arrested.
Excuse me.
You're being disorderly right now.
Why do I have to be corrected when my life was just threatened and my daughter's sick? I just want to go next
you're going to
door
continue
and charge
screaming.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Geraldo was seen on video here throwing a woman to the ground and placing her in handcuffs in March of 2019. He had been sentenced to a year in jail.
They believe that they're tough because they throw people around and jerk their arm behind their back, and then they go say later, you see, I just jerked his arm up, and then he didn't do it. I jerked his arm up again. I'm allowing you to do this to me. But they literally believe that they're this powerful being that can do whatever they want. And then you see the moment he gets shackled up like a pig, this guy cracks like a cheap egg.
Riley did not deserve to die for any mistake he may or may not have made that day.
That's the mother of Riley Doggett telling me how she feels. After learning the deputy that hit her son during a chase, Josiah McMains won't face any charges.
He could have got out the car. Why didn't he get out and tase him?
Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker, he announced he would not press any charges against the deputy, but would press charges against the juvenile driver.
So he's trying to cut him off and maybe cut it too close, and obviously there are tragic results.
Doggett was hit. His hip hit the ground and forced his head to hit the ground. He died from his injuries days later. The attorney for the family says the deputy knew what he was doing.
He then talked about how the tire print ran over Riley's shoe and his leg, leaving a tread mark on his left calf. It shows you that the tire was spinning up and over Riley's leg. That is running over a pedestrian.
These jackboot thug pigs, they get away with murder. Again, it's just absolutely atrocious. It really, really is atrocious.
Driver's license. That's pretty good. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Hands on the hood.
What am I doing, bro?
Hands up there, dude.
What am I doing?
Put your hands up there.
For what? Bro, what
up there?
What am I doing?
I'm just gonna check you for weapons.
For what
turn
weapons?
Around, sir. Turn around.
For what? You can't search me. I have my right. It's my goddamn right. Fuck you.
Stop the car!
There'll be no more of this when I'm governor. I will abolish the term law enforcement. You are a peace officer. You will not wear black. You will wear white and yellow. You will not touch anybody unless they touch you first. You will not shoot at anybody unless they shoot at you first. When the cops come up, you have your camera rolling. You immediately give them your license, registration, and proof of insurance. No matter what they say after that, you immediately invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Police cannot choke someone who's restrained.
The arrest happened more than 3 years ago, but town leaders have kept the video secret, even spending tax dollars to pay a lawyer to go to court to try and keep this video from being released.
The cops will decide if we have transparency. It's ludicrous.
Why won't you answer the question, ma'am? It's a simple question. Did the public deserve to hear from leaders in the town of Matthews that a police sergeant choked a man whose hands were cuffed behind his back and was allowed to stay on the job for 23 months continuing as a police officer. Does the public deserve to know? It's a yes or no question.
So this was investigated and we took decisive action.
Was their peace officer certificate stripped? So what do we know about the peace officer standards and training certificate? That they have up to 5 years to go and get reciprocity at another police department. So if the peace officer certificate wasn't stripped, then it really doesn't matter, does it?
You have the right to remain silent.
That's Yessie Garcia getting arrested for a crime she didn't commit.
It's messed up.
A security camera captures a man smashing Yessie's windshield. She called over nearby police officers who then started to interrogate her.
Your car is involved.
We just left Hi-Fi.
So after looking for clues, police claimed to see shards of glass on Yessie's shirt. So they put her in handcuffs and book her for DUI, failure to stop at the scene of an accident, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
I don't want to see this happen to you when I know the processes that they're doing. I've been in those damn torture cuffs more times than I can count. I've been hurt so badly by pigs where they punch me in the face while another pig's on top of me and I'm going, I'm not resistant, boom. I'm not resistant, boom. Cops hit me in the face. I've done nothing wrong. I called them for help.
You didn't have a seatbelt on when you came out onto that road over there. You got your ID on you, man? Doing a bunch of movements that make no sense to what I want you to do, which is just find your ID. Do you have anything in the car at all? Yes, I actually have my firearm. Well, hop on out for me. Can I grab the receipt for my firearm? Turn that way for me. Weed flakes flaking off of you. We just got to roll in the blunt. Put you in the backseat of my car. I grab my ID. Nope, leave right there.
There's your shots fired.
Stop moving!
You have to have the trifold. You have to have everything up in your visor. You have to have your license, registration, proof of insurance put together, or don't drive. They're trying to pull you over. They're trying to arrest you. I don't want to watch the video where you got killed, because if you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around. And so they're going to shoot him and he's going to die because the cop escalated it from beginning until end. You don't want to spend the time on the mat or in jiu-jitsu to learn how to dominate another man. You want to be able to have torture cuffs and tasers and sticks and guns and be able to dominate people because they have to do what you say. And then if they don't do what you say, then you get to use overwhelming force on them. That's what these jackboot thug pigs are. You joined a death evil empire and you said you joined it to do good. No, you didn't.
Where were their gunshots?
No, he don't have nothing. He don't have nothing. I swear to God, he don't have nothing. Driver, stop.
No one has a gun.
Put your hands behind your back.
I ain't going to jail. I didn't do shit.
Y'all handcuffed me because I said nothing happened here.
Buddy, I didn't do anything to be arrested for. Where am I?
Some short little midget pig who's got small man's complex grabbed him and attacked him. And then the other pigs joined in attacking him. I'm going to find this kid and I'm going to help him fund a lawsuit. A cop is not a human. It's a demon. It's an evil jackboot thug pig. I just want you to understand the divide that is between the police and the citizens in this country. I want you to understand it. I'm a game changer. When I talk to people, when I deal with people, they're affected by me. I want you to realize what you're a part of. That's all.
He has a closed fist while that woman is in torture cuffs.
No, stop. Stop. Hey, what the fuck? You don't even hear. No, stop. Stop. Hey, what the
A Coconino County Sheriff's deputy is under investigation tonight after his own body camera caught him punching a woman.
We did your investigation for you. We saw the woman in torture cuffs. We saw that jackboot thug pig punch her once, punch her twice. We don't need any further investigation. Fire his ass and charge him with felonious assault.
The woman get away from the deputy, who then grabs her and hits her repeatedly in the face. The sheriff's office has asked Flagstaff police to conduct a separate criminal investigation into the deputy.
People who are exorbitantly or purposely violent toward others, who take advantage of being stronger or being in power of another person. Those are the people who belong in a dungeon. You just saw it. Investigations open and closed. We don't need any more help here.
This is where a cop is going to kill a man.
Not going to the store, sir.
Stop now. You need to
Bravo 1-8, shots fired.
We have an incredible, difficult day every day watching what you jackboot thug pigs do to people. We're hurting, watching thousands and thousands of videos of you murder us, beat us, torture us in the streets. And if you get shot, they will cuff you up and watch you bleed out on the ground. What a sick system we've created.
It's sickening, and stuff like that says this is why I don't trust you. It's bad.
Watch Officer Matthew Rodriguez. You see him get up from a chair during the booking process. He and the prisoner, they exchange words, and then he hits the 19-year-old, slams him up against a wall into the ground. Within 6 seconds, the arresting officers rush in. Commissioner Dwyer says what you see now is their attempt to defuse the situation. The assault continues as Rodriguez hits the 19-year-old again before pulling him up by his hair and then throwing him into a jail cell. Officer Rodriguez was placed on leave 3 hours later.
Now when people walk by and say ACAB and spit on the ground and say you're a scum-sucking pig, now you know the reason why. Now you know why we disrespect you openly. We, the people, can now see everything. YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook are doing everything they can to censor and block the images. If you're a part of that Pig Shack organization, you're complicit.
Hey, sir.
Shoots him 6 times square in the middle of the back at close range with a Glock. What do you think's gonna happen to the guy? He dies.
111, shots fired. Judgment! Judgment! Judgment!
Everybody says in qualified immunity. Well, you can in qualified immunity all you want. As long as the copper can say, I feared for my safety, I feared for the safety of others around me, then the policy of Terry that puts officer safety over all of our rights then kicks in.
Hey, sir. Hey, hands up!
Shoots him 6 times square in the middle of the back at close range with a Glock. What do you think's gonna happen to the guy? He dies.
111, shots fired. Judgment! Judgment! Judgment!
Hearing that thud of her head on the cement, it runs shivers up and down your spine.
It started off friendly.
What's your name? I'm Chris.
I'm Sam. Minutes later, it got ugly.
Put your hands behind your back. No! Put your hands behind your back.
Samantha Glass's head smacking the cement, blood spreading under her face.
So right now you're under arrest for failure to obey a police officer.
This is really graphic body cam video.
She suffered a severe concussion and possibly brain injury.
He could have taken time to try and de-escalate this situation.
Robinson knew Glass was drunk. He used police code to alert other officers.
390. Oh, she's very 390.
How could you be a part of this organization and not put that man in cuffs? You so easily put us in torture cuffs when we're simply detained.
Do you want me to put you in handcuffs right now then?
Hold on. Seconds later.
Put your hands behind your back. No! Put your hands behind your back.
If he's not charged with felonious assault with intent to do great bodily harm, then you are a jackboot thug pig. How in the world do you think anybody's going to respect your organization when we see shit like this happening?
You better back up out of my face or your jaw's definitely going to be broken.
I want to go to the hospital.
Don't ever get in my face again.
I need to go to the hospital. I have a broken...
Shut the hell up and start walking toward the ambulance before I'll fuck you up.
He's not resisting. Why are you choking him? Bro, this looks like a sexual shit. Are you attracted to that shit? What did you say?
I said I got your stupid I got your stupid Look away from me now.
Get off
Virgilio, don't resist.
How many pigs do you hear say, I signed up to help people, but their policy, procedure, and protocol is the opposite of help? Their policy, procedure, and protocol is brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. This is barbarianism. This is disgusting. Cop is walking up.
You have your driver's license, proof of insurance.
A laminated copy of your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. Then it goes right next to or inside your trifold. It goes up in your visor, just like this, all broccoli wadded in. You have your elbow wedged on the seat here. This one goes in the windowsill. You slightly crack the window for the copper. You are within the boundaries of the law.
Where are you going to in such a major hurry?
Officer, I plead the Fifth Amendment. Please don't ask me any questions without my lawyer present. Don't ask me where I'm coming from. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I've been. Don't ask me if I've been drinking. Don't ask me if I have a firearm. I will take no tests, no searches or seizures. Use the address on my ID. I'll give no additional information. Everything I need to provide is in the slip below. You have now complied with the